NewGenGamers.com.
We're hearing the CD quality audio playing over the gameplay, which is also something that was novel at the time.
Yeah. As you can see, this is a fairly basic 3D terrain, but this is one of the 3D games for the system.
And we never knew any better.
No, this looked great at the time. You got some laser beams there.
What more do you need?
The rough terrain. And so, you know, you fly around, kill enemies, take down targets. Your regular flight sim game, but not bad. And another one from Electronic Arts. So we'll pick back up with that story. Trip Hawkins starts this 3DO company, gets the 3DO rolling, the blueprints ready, but everyone abandons them at the last minute. So they're left with basically just a souped up video game system.
The right shift button will activate your thrusters for additional speed, but they will consume fuel rapidly.
Oh, I better quit using those, huh?
Yes, you will run out of fuel.
Oh, and the buildings are destructible.
So while a lot of video game companies signed up, they were mostly Western, you know, American and European companies. Not too many Japanese companies lined up. Near the end, we saw more of them, but
Are you insulting me?
near the beginning, it was mostly stuff we'd seen on this side of the on this side of the planet, which they didn't have any stellar titles.
Yeah, it all felt sort of almost done. A lot of games did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was a problem. A lot of them were rushed out the door to get released with the system.
And
Oh, I wasn't supposed to shoot the buildings.
you were not supposed to shoot the buildings.
No.
Well, you did it, Ray. It's too late to go back.
The robot is not happy.
And I definitely agree with the almost finished feel of a lot of the games that we've seen. Not that they're bad games, all of them, but
They're rough.
they're rough, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is another rough one.
Like, you can see some texture, but it's really limited.
But we were still learning at that time. The video game industry was still learning what they could do and how they were going to fake 3D before they got to real 3D.
And yeah, just the system's capabilities.
Absolutely.
It was a 32-bit system.
But at the time, you know, it was pushing sound that we've never heard before, and graphic capabilities, and it's always that learning curve, you know, when you first get past it.
See those tanks ahead? They're immobile, so targeting them should be a simple matter. Use your D-pad up and down to raise and lower the nose of your craft.
Ah!
Press the B button to fire your
Shoot, shoot, shoot! Oh, you got him.
Oops.
But not him.
Is this game free roaming?
You have to stay within the red squares for this practice.
Yeah, they have the flight path thing. There we go. And you always have the overblown explosions that come with all CD
this
games.
final tank and use the C button to fire a missile. When the targeting device in the center of your screen turns red, it means you have locked onto your target.
Lock on and fire.
The missile you launch will seek out that object and explode.
I must say this is much better than Tom Zito's game for the Sega CD.
Yeah, this is at least this is rendered. That's the difference between a lot of these games and the Sega CD stuff. Is this was actually attempting at rendering a 3D game.
Yeah, they were actual games. You want to move on to the next game?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is kind of dry.
This gives you an idea of what the 3D engine was capable of. The system had a separate graphics and separate math processor to handle these complex calculations. So let's look at some more cool stuff on this ahead of the curve system.
Alright, so let's move on here.
And we're here taking a look at Tripped for the 3DO. So we'll try the one-player game here. Now this is an interesting puzzle game.
We've talked about Trip a lot throughout this series, and
this game appears to be in his namesake.
Yes, it seems to be named after Trip Hawkins. It was published by 3DO Company, and it's a fairly simple puzzle game. You match the bizarre blocks up. You can also put them together in squares, and they'll turn into a giant block that you can then get bonus points for. But other than that, it's not real good. It's pretty much columns with weird shapes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here.
And it doesn't really get much funner. So, it's not the greatest by any means, but it is a puzzle game, and it will keep you going. And I believe it was just kind of created for the stoned, sitting around playing a game crowd, because the title is Tripped, and we've looked at the gameplay here. There's not a whole lot more to see here, so let's take a look at the Tripped mode. Ooh, you leveled up. So
alright.
That's pretty much columns. Now we're gonna get yourself killed, maybe. We'll just die very quickly. Oh no. Oh, the giant head.
What the?
With the axe in it. Game over. Okay, press X to exit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now if we go into the options, that's the music. Go into the Trip Dance mode.
Okay.
And get a little bit of music here. Now press the button. It's about to get crazy.
What the f is that?
I don't know. Just press buttons.
Whoa. Is it like a music generator?
It's a stoner babysitter. Every button you press corresponds with a different sound or action on the screen. So you get some different basic synthesizer noises. You can change the images, you can zoom them in and out. And this is it. So you can just kind of
do whatever. Wow, that is so weird. Would they just have their kids draw some strange image?
I don't know, but it's definitely one of the goofiest things in video games out there. So if you're inebriated and need to pass some time, a 3DO will do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's what you love and what you want.
Subliminal messaging?
I guess.
Or I'm gonna hit you in the fucking head.
So check out newgengamers.com
for all your 3DO needs and many other good consoles. Take us out.
Yeah, now that's early 90s.
Woo!
CD로 즐기는 환상의 32비트 게임 3DO 얼라이브.
이야, 이거 영화야 게임이야.
진동 축소시켜요.
3차원 실감 영상, 충격의 CD 음향. 이것이 멀티미디어 게임이다.
이야!
금성 3DO 얼라이브.
단 1초도 방심할 수 없어요.
New Gen Gamers.com